Greetings and salutations everyone, Profgill here, and I want to do a sort of video that I know I'm going to enjoy making. This one is basically, well, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Pass has released the first two waves. People are going mad about what sort of maps they want to see. So I figured why not throw my hat to the video, my lack of a hat, and just talk about like 20 different courses that I would be glad to see remade in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. For one reason or another. But the last two tracks I'm going to mention are going to be sort of fan ideas. And I'm only going to say now, I played from Double Dash to 8. I haven't played the games before that, like 64, Super Circuit, all that. So I'm not going to include those sort of tracks because I haven't played those games enough to give my opinion on them. And most of those games tracks are already remade anyways. So I'm just going to sort of talk about which ones I want to see, and if you enjoy or disagree or whatever, you know, all that jazz, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what I want about all these tracks, but you guys are going to agree with a couple of them, I'm sure. But let's get started. The first map I want to see come back is from Mario Kart DS. It's the Air Fortress. It's quite a fun stage in general, in my opinion. Like, you'll see the footage here is just really fun. You start off driving past bullet bills. You make a couple of U-turns, drive through the basement of the ship, and you even go through a crumbling tower by driving in a complete circle, which is pretty cool. Well, not a circle, you spiral down it by drifting. It's just fun. Obviously, you know, my skill in the video is questionable, but I think it's just fun, you know. There's a whole ton of stuff to do. Obviously, they have to accommodate it for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in general, because on 200cc the map will be very annoying, unless you use a specific vehicle. The map should be fun no matter what you tackle on, so I would recommend, like, some changes I'm going to recommend is maybe add a glide ramp, or maybe have some extra optional paths. Like maybe when you take the first right turn in the track, you can go straight and go towards like some other area that leads to the tower. Like, add some extra bits and pieces here and there, because that would be just a bit fun in general, I think. You know, obviously with most of these maps, they're going to have to be changed in some way so that they actually work. Because Mario Kart 8 is way different from, say, Double Dash, Wii, DS, you know, all that. The tracks are fundamentally different and they have to be fixed. Speaking of which, Bowser's Castle is next from the Gamecube. I'm going to say this right now, there's a lot of Double Dash tracks I want to see remade, but I like the Bowser Castle in Double Dash, I think, the most out of all of them. It's just fun with being able to make a cool U-turn and dodge fireballs from a statue. And there's so many cool bits and pieces you can do, like having to dodge the fireballs even, it's great. And it's fun in general. Like, I don't know how else I could really explain it. As optional paths, maybe have a secret path where you could get a glide ramp to fly right over the fireballs that are being launched. No, is it the fireballs? I don't think it's the fireballs. Kind of. You know, like something that you could dodge over the fireballs maybe. Just for a bit of funsies. Could always be great. And, you know, it's just great. A lot of these maps are going to be Double Dash. I'm going to say that right now. I've already said it. That's the sort of thing that is. I just think Double Dash needs a bit more love, because I think Double Dash is one of those games that people love it or don't talk about it. It doesn't seem to be hated, but not enough tracks get talked about. And the next map on this list is from the Wii again. The Daisy Circuit is actually quite good to master the turns and be able to go through the sort of staircase near the start of the track to go to where the statue is. Quite cool. I would have a bit of a secret, maybe, like you make a glide ramp, you could go to the statues, and you get the little sort of anti-gravity boost. I feel like it'd be cool. And mastering the turns on 200cc would be just satisfying. Like, that's the thing. The Wii Mario Kart Wii has some fantastic tracks. I'm gonna say this right now. Mario Kart doesn't really have a bad track that features Daisy. Like, all the tracks she releases are pretty good. I honestly can't explain why. It's just fun in general. As you guys will find out from the next pick, which is number 4, from Double Dash. Daisy Cruise. Honestly, just similar reason. But of course, one change I make is there's a bit of all the tables. Keep the tables there and have them move, but have them do damage or something and not bounce you back, because Double Dash is annoying. But I also changed the little secret storage area that's at the bottom where you can drop down. You have the pipe with a double box in it. I would say change that. Have it so you get a glide ramp in there, or you get some extra goodies. I don't know. Like it takes you on another path maybe. Because there's never a reason that anyone goes down it unless they want the 2 items. Which in Double Dash usually means that you're probably playing Yoshi or you're hoping for a special item. Because Double Dash and these special items, they were pretty good. It was just something that, the whole point of that basement room was just to get 2 items if you were in the lead or if you really needed to catch up. But there are many ways to catch up in Double Dash. Unless you played Baby Mario or Baby Luigi. So I think it would be nice just to have that sort of back. The next one, another Double Dash course. Dino Jungle. Honestly, I just think this track is underrated. It's a fun map. You dodge dinosaurs. There's some cool bridges you can drive over and drift and master skill. And there's even a ramp, which is cool. There's not a bad part of this course. It is a tricky course, but it's in the Star Cup of Double Dash. It's supposed to be tricky. And I just like the map in general. Obviously, widen the track a bit because, you'll be pushed around by the AI constantly. And by other people. And perhaps make one of the bridge paths like a sort of glide ramp, but it wouldn't go anywhere. It would just send you flying into the distance. Maybe the one in the cave, but you'd have to make the cave huge at that point. Because if you have a glide ramp, people are just going to take it all the time. No one would ever take the side path you have to drift. Unless it was the only part that had items, maybe. And even then, no one would probably use it if they had a glide ramp option. Maybe add a cool anti-gravity section to the bridges, though. And obviously, have the dinosaur, like Stegosaurus near the star, move his feet a lot. Just for something interesting, because it doesn't really move. It does move, but it moves at intervals. And it takes forever to know where it's going to step and where it's not going to step. So I changed that. It fixed just the dinosaur a little bit. That's quite good. But here's the next one. It's finally Daisy Circuit was intended a Wii course, but next is another Wii course. DK Snowboard Cross. Like, come on. What can I say about it? Bring back the half-pipe jumps, because they were brilliant. Make us a dead in anti-gravity sections, so you have reason to do half-pipes. Because they did remake it in Mario Kart 7, I think, but it wasn't as good. Like, it just wasn't. I think it was that the half-pipes didn't even exist. So I would add the half-pipes back for some new variety in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that way you could build up speed and do some cool tricks near the end and all that. It's just a fun course in general. I don't know what else to say about it. And next is another Wii course. Yay! Cooper Cape. Honestly, it's just fun being able to drive at the stream and be able to pick up speed. You've also got some really cool shortcuts. And honestly, I've been back the sort of underwater bit where you could get shrunk by hitting the lightning balls. That just seems like it'd be absolute chaos, but that would be fun. Others are already horrible ways to be shrunk in Mario Kart. Repressed lightning bolt flashbacks. But that's a topic. Well, I'll say right now, remove the lightning bolt. Just get rid of it. It's an awful item. I don't want to see it come back anymore. But Cooper Cape is just really fun, and there's a reason it was remade in Mario Kart 7. You know how good it was, but it's stuck in a purgatory of being in Mario Kart 7. And that's not me saying Mario Kart 7 is bad. That's just saying it is a horrible fate for it. Because Mario Kart 7 throws blue shells at you like a machine gun. You can't even be in first place in 7 without being hit by millions of them. Next up, a course is a battle course in 8, but it should be a track. Luigi's Mansion from the DS, like come on, it has so many cool Easter eggs. It was fun to drive through, had a bit of a creepy mud swamp area, but that's the whole vibe of the original Luigi's Mansion. It's more so creepy than scary, which is what I like. And the Easter eggs on the wall are the bosses from from Luigi's Mansion. So why not give us a Luigi's Mansion course? And on that note, give us more battle courses? with the pass, because, you know, we haven't got anything in Mario Kart to do with Dark Moon. We haven't got anything to do with Luigi's Mansion 3. And it's kind of a missed opportunity. I would say add a track for both those games as well, but I'd say take the DS Luigi's Mansion. Because it's just a fun course. It's good to pull off some tricks for you. And it's overall just a joy to play through. Next up, another retrack, but it was in 7 as well. Maple Treeway. What can I say about it? Like, you guys know the Animal Crossing stage where you can change the season by holding down one of the 4 shoulder buttons? That's a cool bit of an Easter egg, and I kind of wish we had more map space in autumn. Autumn's my favourite season, obviously. But maybe have a twist on it, like you could have the tree be in different seasons. Like with the Animal Crossing one. That would be pretty cool. Maple Treeway is just fun to play through. Again, bring back the half pipes because, you know, you could do all sorts of cool tricks. You can drive for the bushes to get mushrooms. You have the wigglers, which they're kind of a hit or miss. Like, in Wii, you bounce into them, you get knocked back. Bit annoying, and they're not that predictable. They probably are predictable, I'm just terrible at the game. But that's what I think should happen. I think the wigglers should probably bound a bit more. Maybe you could hit them with a shell. And, I don't know, they drop a pile of mushrooms or something. It's just something that'd be kind of interesting. And it's just a fun map, you know. And next up we've got Mainview Highway, another retrack. Mario Kart Wii is getting a lot of love here. But for good reason. Mainview Highway is honestly just really fun to play through. Like, you have to dodge vehicles with incredible skill. The map has a couple of secret shortcuts, one last secret shortcut. You can jump over the bushes near the beginning, which I find quite fun. It'd be a joy to play on 200cc as well. Like, I can't even explain it. It would just be fun. And of course, you have the giant road where all the booster tracks are, which I think if you were able to master those, you would look amazing on that track. You know, if you were really good at Mario Kart. But next up is Mushroom City from Double Dash. Yeah, what can I really say about it? I like the sharp turns, I like having to be able to avoid the vehicles, and I like the shortcut near the end, where there's the gap if you fall down. It would take you back to the street, but it respawns you. I would change that to maybe a glide ramp or something and make the gap bigger. So you can take a chance and have to make it across that gap. And I'd make it so you can go, like when you're driving through the street, if you kept going straight, there's a fortune shop on your right. It looks like there's a path in there, but it respawns you. I would say give people a path there they could take that leads out into the crossroads. Say if you're skilled enough, you could drift right past the fortune teller shop and drift into the crossroads and pick whether you want to go left or right. I feel like that'd be good. Or maybe you make a diagonal path through there instead, so you could skip the crosswalk. Well, you can go through the crosswalk, but it takes a bit of skill to master, which I think it would be cool. But enough about that. Next up is Mushroom Gorge. 3 mushroom maps. I'm not shrooms. But there's a reason people love this map. And it's great. Being able to master tricks on the mushrooms. Being able to do the whole skip with the cliff. Once you exit the tunnel is pretty good. But you can go right over the grass over mushroom as well and all that. Only thing I say is you have the 2 paths of mushrooms. The one that goes to the right and the one that goes to the left. There's no one really takes the left path as far as I'm aware. I would change this and maybe you could get, like if you were skilled enough, the left path would be trickier, but if you landed, you'd go on a straight road. Like you'd have a bridge or something you could drive across and avoid other players. Which would just be kind of cool. And then the right path, you know, right path could stay the same, so people have a choice if they want to be safer from items or if they want to risk being hit by an item and chucked off a ledge. So you make the right path quicker, but the left side more safe. Which I think is great. You know, it would just be something that I think would take a lot of skill to master in general. But next up is the Gamecube Rainbow Road. For some reason the script is written as the Tender Road. Is the map annoying for the Gamecube Rainbow Road? Yes, the spiral is annoying, but I love Double Dash's Rainbow Road so much. And seeing a remake would be great. Plus, we've got the other Rainbow Roads. We have NES and 64, and I think we even have Super Circus. I'm not quite sure. But I would like to see Rainbow Road get underrepresented because Double Dash has had a remake for the Rainbow Road. And of course, they could make a Rainbow Road from another Mario Kart game that they've already re-released, but that's like remaking a Pokemon Gen 1 again. Yeah, it's a safe option, but it's not a fun option. And I think Double Dash Rainbow Road would get a lot of benefit from being able to have a wider track to make it spiral really good. You know, all that stuff. I think Double Dash's Rainbow Road could do. I could think Double Dash's Rainbow Road could benefit the most from a remake on 8, because it would just be a bit fun. Maybe add some extra bits, like a whole catapult to shoot you upwards, like a giant pipe. That could be a glide thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't have many ideas for it, but I would like to see a track come back. Next up is Nintendo Wii's Rainbow Road. Same reasons. It's a fun track, it's great to master, and I honestly can't say much else about it. It's the same reason as Gamecube Nintendo Road. Well, the difference being that Gamecube's Rainbow Road is a little bit annoying, but Rainbow Road on the Wii takes a lot of skill to master. I think this should be something like that. Like, take the Nintendo Wii's Rainbow Road because it's really never used. It might be used in 7, I don't know, I didn't beat 7 because I got annoyed with it. But that's literally the only reason for Rainbow Road on the Wii to come back, because it would be fantastic. Next up is a Wii map, Toad's Factory. It's a map that has some amazing music. In fact, it might already be remade on 8. I think it is remade on 8 already, so if it is, then ignore this bit, but it's a fun map to play through. For being able to use those catwalks, to speed you up, to dodge into pistons, being able to dodge the boxes. It's just fun in general, and I just like the track in general. So I'm not going to go too much over because I think it has already been remade on 8. But next up is a track that should be in the game, but it isn't. Wario Stadium from Double Dash. Here's the thing. We have both Baby Park and Excite Bike Arena. I actually like Excite Bike Arena. Don't get me wrong, it's a better version of Baby Park to me. But they're both circles. And Wario Stadium, I think, is the only track ever to have 2 laps. And I think that's kind of a crime, because it's an amazing track. Having great music, being full of sharp turns, being able to avoid items with complete skill. I don't know why it has been remade already. The map just screams to be remade. And it's just a shame. Because Double Dash tracks don't get that much love. And if it's not going to be a Mario Kart 8, at least have it be in whatever Mario Kart game comes out next. I don't want another remake of Baby Park. Yes, people like Baby Park, but people also like Yoshi Falls. You don't see Yoshi Falls. Like, come on. But I'm not going to say Yoshi Falls because the tracks in the circles, they're fine enough, but they're kind of empty. Whereas Wario Stadium, you could do so much to it and make it way better. But next up is the track that hasn't been remade and should have been remade in 7, but it wasn't. Waluigi Pinball. Come on, Nintendo. It's Waluigi Pinball. It's a crime that's not even been remade yet. But it has more representation in Smash Bros. Than Mario Kart. Like, what can I say about Waluigi Pinball? You've got the really sharp turns, avoiding the giant pinballs. You have the whole section that is Fame, that is Pinball, which is just fantastic to play through. You have an amazing soundtrack. And mastering the course would be great. Like, adding some extra stuff, like some glide ramps, an anti-gravity section maybe, where you have to drive on the wall. Like, probably at the side of the pinball table, so you can bang. So you can dodge the pinballs entirely, or you could be a bit risky and drive straight through the center and hope you don't get hit. Like, Waluigi Pinball should have been remade by this point, and it wasn't. And that is the biggest crime of all. Now, his next 2 maps, they're number 19 and 20 on my list. They're not really remakes, so you guys are free to skip this, but I would say maybe add a new character and a track to accommodate that character. That's what a new character could be. it could pretty much be from whatever Nintendo franchise you want to pull out. Maybe Captain Falcon, for example, and we'd actually have a Captain Falcon in the game without worrying about the tracks, which I think would be just fantastic. Like, I would say get a Pokemon character, but you guys have probably just screamed that a Pokemon character in Mario Kart wouldn't make any sense, or Pokemon gets enough representation as is. And I agree with that. I also agree with the Fire Emblem remark I was going to make, which is the exact same. Fire Emblem already has no representation in Smash Bros, and so does Pokemon. They don't need to be in Mario Kart. It's just a bit weird to have them there. So maybe get a Kirby character. Like, I guess you can get Kirby with the mouthful mode as a vehicle. Like when Kirby's using mouthful mode, it's a specific model for Kirby. Because why not? And if you're going to get a Kirby character, it should just be Kirby or Waddle Dee. It wouldn't make sense for Meta Knight or King Dedede to be in a Mario Kart thing. You could get King K. Rool there as well, with new Donkey Kong track, which would be pretty cool. I wouldn't argue with that, to be honest. But I think a new track and character would be cool. I don't think we'll get a new character and track. I think for the thing here that past, we're just going to get remakes and tour maps. And you guys are probably thinking I'm not talking about tour maps. That's because we're getting 2 tour maps per release. So, well, actually we're getting 4 maps per release, so I'm not really going to say anything about them because I don't play tour, and we're probably going to get the best tour maps there are. But that's simply what I think. I think a new map and character would be kind of cool. As to which one, I don't know. I'm not too worried about which one is. But a new character with a map would be kind of cool. Are we going to get it? Probably not. Because, how many more tracks do we gain? We have 36 more tracks, which means 18 of them are going to be remakes. Well, how funny would it be if I called all 18 maps by making a wish list? That would be funny. But that's for number 19. For map 20, it's not really so much of a track as kind of an idea. Maybe take some bits and pieces from different tracks in each of the Mario Kart games, or maybe, I don't know, maybe get, well, yeah, that's what I mean, like take different parts from the best maps of all the Mario Kart games and make it a sort of a collage map where it's all one lap. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. I don't know which tracks, but it'd be kind of interesting. And I guess for honorable mention 21, I didn't say DK's Mountain. The reason I didn't say it is because I think DK Mountain is going to be remade, and it's not really on my wish list because it's probably going to happen. And that's pretty much the video. I will say right now, I would like the lightning bolt removed as an item. I don't like it. I don't like the lightning cloud either, but the lightning cloud is more tolerable. As for other items, I think could be added in Mario Kart. Well, I don't know. I want to see the eggs from Double Dash come back, but that's probably not going to happen. Maybe add a Double Dash mode where you play as if you're in Double Dash. Or a new feature for Mario Kart, which would be great. Being able to swap which item you are currently holding, because it's a bit strange. The amount of times I've been hit by a red shell, and would have been hit by it if I didn't get a coin then a green shell, is a bit much, I'd like to be able to swap the 2 items, be like, okay, I'll use the shell first and keep the coin. And also, I want to say right now, please give us new battle mode maps. I know no one plays battle mode, but there's so many things it could do for battle mode, and it's kind of a shame. Like, even if they do all remakes, because the remakes for there's Skyscraper, I think, in Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii, I think, has the most battle tracks at 8. No, that's the same as 8. But new battle mode maps would be cool. I'm not going to continue with, the sort of video at this point, because I've been talking for 25 minutes, well, 24 minutes straight, but it'll be 25. So I'm going to say right now, if you enjoy, like and subscribe. And I do have a recent Mario Kart stream that I did, where if you watch it on YouTube, there's a link in the description of my Twitch, where you can follow. I might play more Mario Kart. On Twitch, I'm not quite sure. It depends, really. And, I can't really say much else. I'm running out of breath. No. But obviously, keep an eye on my channel. I'm currently doing a Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play, which is near finished. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let me know what tracks you want to see remade. I'll see you guys in the next video.